Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Honestly, I'm thrilled you're here because today we are unpacking something that is absolutely transforming the landscape of online visibility. If you want to conquer modern SEO and, actually build brand authority that lasts, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to explore 13 incredibly powerful digital PR strategies, complete with some wild, real-world campaign examples that are proven to grab attention, generate massive engagement, and supercharge those search engine rankings. But first, let's talk about why you literally need this right now.
I want you to think about your own website for a second. Is your organic traffic just mysteriously disappearing? Are your competitors suddenly outranking you, leaving you scratching your head wondering what exactly they know that you don't? A lot of marketers are feeling this exact same pain point right now. They're pouring time, money, sweat into their content, but the visibility just isn't there. It kind of feels like shouting into a void, right? Well, today I'm here to completely challenge your assumptions about how to win over Google. Okay, let's dive into this, because we are dealing with a massive shift right now. In the era of old SEO, it was basically just a numbers game. You relied almost exclusively on chasing one-off backlinks from wherever you could scrounge them up. It was highly transactional. But modern SEO, it is an entirely different beast. Google's algorithms are actively hunting for signals of experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness, what we call EEAT in the industry. You can't just build links anymore. You have to build genuine brand authority.
And that brings us to our core definition. So what actually is digital PR today? It's not just traditional outreach. It is the absolute art of building brand authority and trust through high-quality, wildly engaging content. You can't just fire off an email asking for a link anymore. You have to create things so interesting, so valuable, or just so surprising that influencers and journalists literally cannot help but talk about them. The backlinks, they become a natural, powerful byproduct of gaining that widespread, high-profile visibility across the web.
All right, let's get into Playbook 1, the brains. We'll be looking at data, surveys, and interactive content.
Before we look at the campaigns, I want you to burn this number into your memory: 52.6%. According to the data, interactive content generates 52.6% higher engagement rates than static, plain text content. Just think about that for a second. If you're out there just publishing standard blog posts, you're leaving over half of your potential audience engagement completely on the table. So, how do we actually capture it? Well, check out how brilliantly these brands executed interactive content. Take the leasing company Vanarama. They wanted to build real authority in the tech and EV space. So, what'd they do? They analyzed publicly available patents and created an immersive, interactive 3D rendering of what the highly rumored Apple car might actually look like. People could explore the car's design online from every single angle. It was incredible, and it earned them over 1,200 high-authority backlinks. Or consider concert hotels. They built a simple, highly interactive infographic mapping out the vocal ranges of famous singers. Ultimately, it crowned Axl Rose as having the greatest range. Which, hey, if you've ever tried hitting those high notes in Sweet Child of Mine in traffic, you probably completely understand. It was fun, highly clickable, and landed them in major publications like People and the Daily Mail.
And speaking of massive wins, consider the number 727. That is the exact number of high-quality backlinks secured by one single data-driven study from Self Financial. When you bring fresh, original data to the table, journalists will absolutely flock to you.
Let's look at exactly how they did it, along with two other brilliant examples. Self Financial analyzed regional data to calculate precisely how much tax the average person pays over their entire lifetime in every single U.S. state. It was a smash hit, giving journalists incredible local angles, and it got covered by the Washington Post and CNBC. Then you have Reckon, who surveyed small business owners to rank the best startup cities in Australia, earning them localized press and really valuable radio interviews. And my personal favorite for pure creativity, the PR agency Reboot, they surveyed bald celebrities to find the sexiest bald man based on fun pseudoscientific metrics like head shine and facial symmetry. Now, Prince William usually dominates these lists, right? But Stanley Tucci was right in the mix, and it was so wildly entertaining that huge stars like Dwayne Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal were interacting with it online. It's solid proof that data does not have to be boring to be incredibly effective. So, to wrap up Playbook 1, your key takeaways here are to leverage interactive content, data-driven studies, and surveys. Original insights packed into engaging, interactive formats. That's your absolute ticket to earning high-authority links and proving your brand's expertise.
Let's move to Playbook 2, the pulse. This is all about viral culture, newsjacking, and taking a stand. To really show you the power of tapping into the cultural pulse, I want you to hear this staggering number: 10,000. That is the number of daily weekend visitors the Kia Open Zoo saw after executing a flawless, emotionally driven viral strategy. They literally more than tripled their normal visitor count in just a matter of weeks.
So how did the zoo pull that off? They introduced the world to Moo Ding, this bouncing, highly dramatic, and playful little baby hippo. By sharing adorable, highly shareable videos and running an interactive fan poll just to name her, the content completely exploded across TikTok and X, ultimately landing right in the New York Times and becoming a global meme. It's a perfect example of riding a viral wave. Another absolute masterclass in viral culture is Wendy's and their National Roast Day. Instead of posting, polite corporate platitudes, the fast food brand just humorously roasts its own followers and even other brands. It works beautifully because it's completely unexpected, it shatters traditional corporate norms, and it just feels authentic to internet culture. Highly shareable, emotional, and funny content creates organic reach that marketing budgets simply cannot buy.
And the benefits aren't just about social media views. This strategy drives tangible SEO value too. 227 high-quality backlinks secured simply by having perfect timing through a strategy known as newsjacking.
Let's break down how brands capture this timely media attention. Park Dean Resorts tapped into a trending UK conversation around wildlife conservation by building literal miniature holiday parks specifically for hibernating hedgehogs. It was incredibly endearing, perfectly timed for the changing seasons, and earned them links from massive sites like CNN and Mashable. Then you have seasonal campaigns, like Coca-Cola's The World Needs More Santas, which tied interactive AI holiday cards to that rich nostalgia of Christmas. And finally, taking a stand. Dove saw the rising concern over AI-generated beauty stereotypes, so they publicly pledged never to use AI to distort human features, and they released a real beauty prompt playbook. By taking a principled, serious stance on a very timely issue, they significantly deepened their audience's trust and generated immense, meaningful media buzz. It is a really powerful reminder that taking a stand matters.
To quickly summarize Playbook 2, it's all about seasonal campaigns, newsjacking, viral content, and taking a stand. Remember, the success of these campaigns relies entirely on relevance and timing. You've got to have your finger on the pulse of what your audience currently cares about and what the media is hungry for.
All right, Playbook 3, the future. We are getting into CGI stunts and AI magic.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer power of tech-forward creativity. Maybelline released a TikTok video showing London buses and underground trains adorned with giant fake eyelashes driving past a massive mascara wand billboard that seemingly painted the lashes in real time. It looked incredibly real. People went crazy looking for it in London, literally trying to spot this giant mascara wand in the wild. But the twist? It was 100% CGI. There was zero physical installation. It completely fooled the internet, went massively viral, and secured mainstream press across major global outlets, all without a single physical permit or logistical headache. Genius.
If you want to talk about true scale, though, listen to this metric achieved by combining celebrity influence with artificial intelligence. 2 billion impressions. That's billion with a B. That is a level of reach that completely transforms a brand's entire trajectory. This phenomenal result came from Virgin Voyage's Gen AI campaign. They partnered with Jennifer Lopez to create an incredibly realistic, AI-powered virtual twin of the star. Users could visit the Virgin Voyage's website, punch in a few details about their friends or family, and the AI would seamlessly generate a custom, highly personalized video invitation from J.Lo herself, urging them to book a cruise. The sheer scale of this is just mind-blowing. Over 25,000 custom invites generated. By using artificial intelligence to create personalized, interactive celebrity videos at a scale previously thought impossible, Virgin saw skyrocketing cruise bookings and truly unprecedented media buzz.
So, for our final playbook summary, future-proofing your digital PR means looking closely at PR stunts and AI-powered PR campaigns. The technology is here right now, and it allows you to scale audience interaction and surprise people in ways that absolutely guarantee media attention.
Winning with brand authority, tying it back to SEO and EEAT. So the crucial point is, how does all of this tie back to where we started? We just looked at 13 incredible ways to create buzz, from bouncing hippos to CGI mascara. But remember, the ultimate goal isn't just to be famous for a day. It is to feed those critical search engine ranking factors. All of this media exposure, all of these brand mentions, social shares, and high-quality backlinks, they send massive EEAT signals directly to Google.
You are proving your brand's experience, expertise, authority, and trust in a way that competitors simply cannot fake.
I want to leave you with this powerful takeaway from SEMrush. Your customers search everywhere. Make sure your brand shows up. True SEO dominance today requires being visible across all platforms. You can't just rely on tinkering with keywords in the back end of your website anymore. You need to be in the news, on social media feeds, and actively part of the cultural conversation. Digital PR is the vehicle that puts you there.
We've covered the brains of data, the pulse of culture, and the magic of AI. You have the playbooks. You've seen the strategies that the most authoritative brands are using to absolutely dominate modern search. So I have to ask you directly, what is your brand's next stunt going to be? Are you going to keep begging for backlinks, or are you going to build a brand the entire internet can't stop talking about? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.